Peekaboo. I'm here, Tom. Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. There are four, you have to think about that then. I think there are 4 ears in this today. Both quite satisfying for different reasons. I love ears that look like this, that are pretty straight and don't have many hairs, and you just get some really nice images, as I'm sure you'll agree this one is. Our other one not so much, because it was a lot narrower, and you'll see that when we get to it. It was a lovely lady who I see maybe every year or so, and she's a hearing aid wearer, and obviously when you wear hearing aids it tends to stop the skin from naturally migrating out the ear. I'm forever hoping that she gets some lovely juicy skin ribbons, this lady. She gets a few. Nothing record breaking like we've had recently, if you've seen those. If you've not, go and find them. I think they're called longest skin ribbon ever. Recently, I could not believe the size of that one. That was a belter. But I was hoping this would do the same, but it didn't. But still a nice, satisfying removal. And a lovely looking clean ear canal and eardrum after it. This is the one I was hoping would unravel, because you can already see the ribbon of skin, can't you? And you always get a bit excited. I know Reese loves a good ribbon. He was very jealous of my ribbon the other day. I'm sure he'll have one again soon. Whether it's a record or not, I don't know. If you're watching on YouTube, maybe I'll put a link to that particular video at the end of this. Can't do that on other platforms, so sorry about that. What are you going to do? Last couple of little bits to tidy up in here. The second pair of ears you're going to see in this one was of a chap I've never seen before, and is a chap that nobody's seen before, and he's a grand old age of 90, and he'd never had his ears done, and I can vouch for that, having got inside it and had a root around, so you'll enjoy them too. Some really tough black stuff that we've got in that chap's ear, so stay tuned for that. I've completely forgotten to get ready subscriber of the day. I do apologise for that. Do you know what? I'll actually do it now, and I'll show you how I do it. I'm getting these couple of hairs here, because there's a few people who get a bit annoyed when I leave a couple of hairs behind. You know who you are. So let's find, this is how randomly I pick subscriber of the day. If you want that to be you, by the way, you've got to make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment that says I want to be subscriber of the day. Right, so what I do is I go to my comments in my YouTube creator app, and I'll show you, and I write in there subscriber of the day. Click apply, and there it shows me all the people who have said that in their comments. So I'm going to randomly pick the very top one here, and the top one is, and I'll put this above me after I've done the edit, it's Heather Sutherland. So many thanks for being a valued subscriber. I think you're also a member as well, Heather. So you are our subscriber of the day, so thank you very much, Heather. Hope you enjoy your little moment of 5 minutes of fame. Anyway, as for back to this ear, so we've moved on to a second ear now, which, as you can probably see, is a little narrower. Now I've had to come at it from a slightly different angle. She's a bit jittery, this lady, or maybe it was me, I don't know. Maybe I hadn't had my lunch yet and my blood sugar was low, I don't know. But it seems a bit shaky in points. Big thick chunk as we've removed the lateral stuff, and I want to say I think this all comes out in one, the final one, which is always nice that when that happens. A little bit of skin pulls away with that, and I think I'm pausing here. I remember what happened now with this. I'm pausing here because I'm explaining to someone, because I had a visitor to the clinic, and I was just explaining something to her at the time. Now, she's a very good friend of mine, who is also a nurse. Hello, Lou, if you're watching. And she is an extremely experienced nurse. She's an advanced nurse practitioner, so a few levels above me, above my qualifications. And she runs the local walk-in centre, where it's not always minor injuries that turned up there, but it's an old infirmary, and it's nurse-led. But they deal with pretty much anything there, to be honest. And she just wanted to have a quick nosy to see what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, because any nurse is always looking to expand their experience, and obviously she sees a lot of ears that come into the clinic. So she said, can I just spend half a day with you? I did ask her if she wanted to be in a video. She said maybe. She didn't this time, but maybe if she comes back, maybe she will. She's very entertaining too, so I'm hoping I can persuade her to come onto a video and tell you about her experience as a nurse running an extremely busy walk-in centre. Now, it was a bit weird, this, because you'll see there's a ridge in the middle of this, where kind of like there's two layers, it's like two separate layers of skin, well, almost like coming down this way and then formed a little ridge at the bottom. And a bit odd, that, so I just wanted to put my mind at rest and peel a little bit of away just to make sure there's nothing lurking underneath there. And there wasn't. It was just odd how it formed that little ridge. I didn't see any reason to peel away the rest of the skin there. I just wanted to lift that particular little bit up, and just to make sure. You should always be a bit curious about white soggy skin at the bottom of the ear canal, but I was more than happy. Everything was a-okay when we got rid of that. Right, so this chap, this is the chap I was telling you about before. He was a grand old age of 90, fit as a fiddle as well. I don't know where that saying comes from. Somebody tell me. It doesn't seem to make sense to me. I don't know where it comes from. And yeah, he'd never had this done before. This ear was pretty straightforward. It came out dead quickly. His other ear, not so much. Now, he didn't think he had a problem. It was actually the missus is calling me. I'll ring her back in a minute. It was his other ear that was the problem. You can see it here, can't you? And it was a really tough type of consistency, and I knew full well that I'd probably need some tools to get this out, and that turned out to be the case. I needed a combination of both. But what I wanted to do is just to lift it up off the base of the ear canal, loosen it a little bit, and then I can get some tools in and start to work this out. I am also acutely aware I've not done dad joke of the day yet. If you're only just tuned into the channel and you're watching some earwax and you're thinking, why is this idiot going to tell a dad joke? What's he on about? What's that for? It's just become a thing. I don't know what else to tell you. I did it once and then people seem to like it. Or some don't, but do you know what? Some, if I get my soundboard ready here. Those who don't like it can just off. Anyway, right. I wanted my kids to watch the orchestra, but I had to turn it off. Too much sax and violins. Very good. That's worthy of a... No, not one of them. Why have I got a boing? What instance would I have used a boing for? I have no idea. In 2019, I didn't do a marathon. I didn't do one in 2020 or 2021 either. This is a running joke. Two windmills in a field, and one asks the other, what kind of music do you like? The other says, I'm a big metal fan. That's worthy of one as well, isn't it? Oh, no, that's wrong one. There we go. Can you tell I've not had this out for a while? Completely wrong time for the pot, but why not? Well, I've remembered. My son just swallowed some coins. The doctor told me just to wait. No change yet. Terrible, terrible. How do flat earthers travel? On a plane. Plane. If that's you, by the way, you're one of them. Get a grip. I still can't believe people believe that. I know I'm going to get a lot of abuse in the comments. I really don't care. You're wrong, long and short of it. What vegetable is very kind to everybody? The sweet potato. Go on, one more. Happy days. Anyway, what's been going on with this while I've been doing that? Not a lot from the looks of it. Yeah, it's quite stuck. I think it was because it was a bit of an awkward little shape, and I was just finding trouble getting it around the bend. Probably used that tube a bit too long, to be honest, looking at it here. I think I'm going to have one last go to see if I can bring it forward a bit further. And then I think I gave up and got this. So it's come a little bit further there. And it's come near enough that I think I'm now happy to get something in behind that and pull it out. Any minute now, I promise. Right, here it comes, finally. I know I took my time. Rome wasn't built in a day, as the old saying goes. Sometimes you just keep on doing something, thinking, oh, it'll work eventually. I remember what happened now as well. I don't think it did. I think this just sliced right through it. I thought it was firmer than it actually was. Now, yeah, it brought it forward a bit, but in a second you'll just see it slice forward, and you'll see a little groove down the side of it. Now I'm pausing here in a minute because I'm just going to flip the tool around. Again, one of Neil's double-ended tools. So I'm going to flip it round and just slide the curette, which is perfectly shaped for that, in behind that. Dig it in a little bit, and now's a good time for a pop. Out it pops. Another wax baby safely delivered. There it is. I promised I wouldn't use that sound effect again, because I know it sets a load of animals off. If your dog's going bananas, I really apologise. I just couldn't resist. Anyway, there's the ear after that. Looking lovely for a 90-year-old eardrum. Not too bad at all. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da.